I'm going to ask for two more, and then we'll get into Q&A because I know that people are interested in it. That was your family intersection. What about from a rugby playing? You played professionally in France. You played professionally in the UK. You had that great culture with the Brumbies, and I know Shane McCann's got a question. A fellow Barden boy's got a question for you afterwards as well. You played for the Wallabies. You played briefly with Queensland, and so rugby, as you said, it was massively good to you. What's your favourite rugby story?
Oh, that's isn't it funny? My favourite rugby story, comes from touring and comes from sneaking on the back of the bus when the forwards used to, I snuck under a whole set of seats under a bus when everyone else was charging down the middle, and because there was a 500 quid bet on, and it's made every single Leicester player's book that I slid through a whole heap of beer slum to sit up at the back of a bus. But my rugby stories are probably, I had a good one in France. Probably in France, French rugby is amazing. So I'm last year of professional playing, and we're playing in Claremont, who I was playing for, was playing against Brive. And think of your great Queensland, New South Wales, your North v South, or England playing anyone in soccer. Just go anywhere. It's that challenge. So we're at Brive, it's a full house. My French at this stage is non-existent. It got better, but not particularly good. I did try hard. And the coach of Brive, the coach of Claremont, was a little guy, I think a Napoleon-esque type character, a little guy. And he would, you'd walk into the change room and we'd count to 10 in French. On 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and with the steel studs would be going on the tiles. So we did this twice, and he's flicking the lights on and off, and I'm going, this is not high performance. And he wanders over to me, looks me in the eye, headbutts me, drops me, and I'm cut open as we're warming up from here to here. We then go and run around. I'm bleeding down my face in the warm-up, and he runs around the ground, jeering the crowd up in front, and the team's in behind him with a V. I've got some tape going around me. And he's running out front with this guy called Stefan Del Peche. Now, Stefan had got out of jail on the Saturday, and this is the next Friday. Stefan had been sat in the front seat, called the Campo seat, usually in most teams, where it's the front seat on the bus where the best player sits. This bloke wasn't the best player. This guy had a knife that would make Crocodile Dundee feel pretty happy with himself, and he just kept there and sharpened it for the couple of hours down to the game. Now, I can't speak a word of French. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just know Stefan Del Peche had been to jail, and he was carving a knife. It could have been for tax evasion. I have no idea, still to this day. But we did a split kickoff, which means the ball goes this way. Stefan Del Peche has come on the other side of the field, run up, and decked the bloke. This is 6 seconds into the game. He gets red carded, sent off the ground, and the coach and his coaching team run on and hug Stefan Del Peche, carry him off the field 6 seconds into the game, and then we still win the game 80 minutes later. I realised that high performance has many different ways and it can be done. So for the next 4 weeks, I try to avoid the coach because he kept trying to headbutt me because it worked 4 weeks ago. It's going to work every week from here on in. So this cause and effect mentality that some people have is bonkers. But there's also the lesson that I learned was there's not one way to do things. And, the French would have a red wine before a game. They did it every week. And I go, okay, I'm going to learn how to do that. So I love that. It was the worst high performance experience I had, but probably one of the best rugby experiences I've ever had.
And that's the beauty of rugby. And of course, Ollie tells that famous story of the British Lions who've just recently come back. And when was it, the 1950s tour handbook, where the players were restricted to three glasses of champagne at lunch on game day. And high performance definitely has many different variations.